Hello, Mihau, it's me, Mihau, Loreseeker from another world. Hello, guys. Hello, Moon Knight. Hello, Kato. Hello, Kirill. Hey, hey. Hoi, hoi. Hello, Stream Elements bot. Are you guys ready to learn about racism? Hello, Goel. You are already internalized advanced race story in a preparation for this stream. Great, thank you. Thank you for being prepared. By the way, I don't think I will ever play the Zero Paradise game. Or maybe, but I don't know. I know that, the studio split in like 3 ways, and that there are like 3 games in development being successor to this Elysium, and I didn't hear good thing about Zero Paradise, so I'm not sure. We'll see. 2 news I have about my health. My left ear is clogged up, so let me just spray some shit inside. To hopefully unplug it. And another thing is, I feel very anxious. I don't really have a good reason, aside from, generally maybe being overwhelmed with the amount of tasks I need to do, including streamings, but I don't know, I just feel today very anxious before stream. Like, I started feeling like that like 2 hours ago. I don't know, I feel like I'm forgetting something, Thank you, Pallad. Welcome. I feel like I'm forgetting something, like I left gas stove open, and or something. I just feel like I'm forgetting something crucial. I don't see when the game releases. They definitely still have talented people. It'll be different, but like rewards on Disco, but I may give them a chance. Yeah, fair. I'm already tired, so you are my good night stream. I'm glad I can be your good night stream. I will share you my anxiousness with you. Let's continue. Last time we did things, and this stream we're going to continue doing things. I hope you like my recap. We took care of the body. I mean, we took it down. Now I think we are meant to transport it. By the way, music in this game is copyrighted. I got some notices. So, fuck Zaum Studios for that. Or whatever did it. It's fine, I don't get ad money anyway yet. But I would be upset in the future. Let me just read my tasks to do on this one. How's everyone, by the way? I'm anxious. And how are you? How are you? Okay, I mean, we need to do field autopsy before we can handle, what it's called. learning about racism. But I don't remember what they wanted me to do. It doesn't say. You feel a lot of dread today. Some things are unchanging, aren't they? Let's talk with Kuna because I have two tasks to talk with him, and now we're kinda pals a little bit.
Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
He drills his temples with fingers in some strange aggressive gesture. What do you mean you throw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You throw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Ah, yeah, Kuno. Welcome, man. You had my stream pause now, catching up at 2 times speed. Hell yeah.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
What do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cock in boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Anyway, you'll tell. What voice did I do for our guy here? I'm trying to find the voice again. And why you're telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
Can you guys call me sire? That's so cool. I like that the drama calls me sire. They are contusions all over his body. Did you do that?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He grabs his head like it's suddenly
He
hurting.
says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
A contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks or stone left on the body corpse.
Did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
Kuno's great. Yeah, Kuno is a great character. Annoying, can be annoying, but as a character, he's great. Yes, sire, I have arrived in the present.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
You hear me hum.
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost.
Kuno.
Okay. Go to the harbor gates, ask the Jolly Mask about the armor. Okay. I know we wanted to talk with Gardener. I don't remember
It's
for
raining
what.
again. It was clear just an hour ago.
The body is down.
Down? Do you mean the body is finally gone?
Absolutely gone.
No, the body is down on the ground.
Oh, right. Can you tell me when you've taken him away then?
Yeah, keep her in the loop. It's strangely enjoyable to report back on the minute progress you've made, even to strangers.
Okay. Did we have anything here
Inside,
to do?
you see a set of steering levers.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
The gentleman and the jerks. Now, how different is their vocabulary? Whose?
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? 57.
In the cabin,
Okay. I don't remember. I think we wanted her.
It's raining again. It was clear just an
I
hour
remembered
ago.
something being said about her. I don't remember what it's called. Regarding the driver thing. To take the body.
Of course.
You know where
to-
I would find the representative for Wild Pines.
Wild Pines? You mean the company woman?
Yes, a representative of the harbor. She should have set up operations nearby.
Oh, that must be the woman on the giant boat. There's one docked on the pier. It arrived a couple of weeks ago. It's very hard to miss.
she doesn't like that giant boat, nor does she like the woman on it.
You don't like the boat?
I'm okay with it. Was there something else?
She's not okay with it. It's a display of power, and she feels threatened by it. You don't know why.
No problem.
I wonder where to go. What is this? Some great tectonic force has cracked pavements like an action. That just a valid street in Poland. You just go and everywhere the ground is cracked. Why? Who knows? I'll only corner and survey the scene different to your approach. Let's just go talk with her real quick.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. I mean, shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and
I was
cold.
dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
How dare he? Don't underestimate me, Kim.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are.
She
We're
looks
on an
around.
archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
There is a pinch of defensiveness in her voice, but it is playful.
Wait, you mean an archipelago? Looks around.
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Understood about this boat of yours.
She nods attentively.
Does she have a
The
name?
boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
The word "it" feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name.
Cool, but your boat really needs a name.
Okay. How about Cordelati 19? Why?
She taps on the side of the boat. It makes a hollow sound.
Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordelati, and its hull is 19 paces long.
She makes a point of being unromantic about it.
How about the X something?
The X something. The X what?
The ex-wife.
Thank you for the suggestion. I see the word has emotional resonance for you. For me, sadly, none. So I will stick with the factory name.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19-pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like
My
it?
sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
I think I have learned the boat thing.
Good.
Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
Oh, jeez. Sorry. But the brain fog came and rolling. But this lady is rich, you know, so she's our enemy. She's not on the side of the proletariat.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Okay. Who are the Indo tribes?
Son Baptiste, LUM, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
You're in good company, it
Why,
seems.
thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark. How much money does Waldo Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
A billion?
That's it. I thought Wild Prince was supposed to be a big time then.
And to think, there are years when the group books losses in the billions.
A wave hits the slope, she grasps the maintain, stay for balance.
Walpines employs 72,000 people, all of whom have families that depend on their salaries. It is a tremendous responsibility.
Where does Wild Prince get all these billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when Pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the Great Unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
It probably helps to start out with a royal monopoly.
You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed, or been absorbed. To survive, Wildpines had to grow and adapt. No suzerain did that.
Alright, Kaito. What does such a huge sim want for a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? Who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
%8% of all cargo in the world. That's quite the endeavor indeed.
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements that gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
An octopus, I will
Good
slay
luck
it.
is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in this precise?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Tell us more about this behemoth.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
We have the foreshadowing for the racism. That's going to come later this... How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
He looks like he's no.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Oh, what happened to this gammon?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Over-aggressive commie posturing. But I agree. I like it.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Not hard communist enough for me. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Personally, I don't think it has the same pizzazzo as every worker a member of the board.
What exactly do they mean by it though? What's the demand?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what? About anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
I'm thinking. Like, generally, just, you know, the group should be sending a representative, you know, to vote in their name. For example, those 2,200 workers select one representative, and their vote has the power of 2,200 votes. If they vote in when the, you know, majority doesn't agree, then, you know, they can put them up and maybe nullify the vote or something. Then, but, you know, it's not like everyone has to agree. And that it can be structured in a simple way. So it's mostly, you know, the big corporation excuse. Oh, that would be too hard to handle. If you wanted to, we would figure out how to handle it. The king is dead. Long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Tell me about this union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of course not.
Really?
Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic than it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of them?
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does. And when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
I'm pretty sure, I'm knowing mystery games, there will be a point where the fact that they look the same, almost the same, will come in into the mystery. What about the union itself outside the Brothers, Claire?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Oh, jeez. Let me read again what she said about the Débardeurs Union. Exactly. A little bit zoned out. Brain fog doesn't help. 20 years ago, anyway, it was not helping this. The Brothers came and transferred it into a, how do you say, a mob. Okay, they are basically crime syndicate now, she says. I mean, I don't know them, right? So I wish there was an option like I don't know enough about them yet from the personal experience, but no, there's no option like that. I prefer not to have an opinion on these things.
Of course, officer.
I mean, we have opinion, but as the workers, you know, unions are good, but I don't know if this particular one is good. One more thing, you said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll
That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
What can you tell me about this Linjik? From the first time I played this game, I remember that I spent like an hour talking with real life hour, I don't know. She's certainly a Yappathon kind of character. What can you tell me about this Linjik?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She felt silent for a moment, contemplating
The
something.
information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
I remember when my partner told you I recently suffered from an unusual medical episode. My lost badge is related to it. It's hard to believe that a company can get so much money as this one does. I feel like she's lying in some parts. I mean, real world, like, we have Amazon with Bezos and they have like millions of billions, I think. I do not remember exactly. Maybe not millions, but they, you know, they have billions, right? So we have corporations like that in real world.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing.
Oh, dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
20 million with boats? Not only boats, they like do shipping. So they are basically Amazon.
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
What kind of arrangement would it be?
I mean, favors for favors. A dirty alliance of some sort. Consider this. Perhaps she has been planning it all along. That you convince yourself into colluding with her.
Well, maybe, but we'll see. I will say it and we'll see what I can do. How do I negotiate my way out of this?
Feelings will guide the way.
But, Mom, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important. It's the case I'm solving.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
Why do I have so weird responses only right now? You have so much else. I have only this. Spread your hands. This is the entirety of my existence.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, and a home somewhere. I only have this case.
Officer.
Fuck. I don't remember anything except this lynching. There is only this cause and this lynching.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible. The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbour. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it. Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, madam.
Hey. Psst.
Who? Me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Yes! Take me! How come there's a word on the
You
street?
keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the
I
rich,
didn't say either of
sodomize
those
the
things.
landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I've said some left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the Mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Wait, first, what's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world.
I knew it. It was always in their cards for me. I will save the world. I will restore communism.
You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
I am the last communist. That's a big title. That's a big burden.
Now get to work, comrade.
But I'm willing to undertake it. Roll up your sleeves and start building communism.
Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what? Firing squads? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Roll up your sleeves even further and breathe in the pristine air.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
The lieutenant's voice is harsh. How did you hope it would
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Oh, so we're henchmen now?
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
We could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
I'm sorry for putting us in this situation. I'll handle it.
I'm sure you will, Detective.
Her proposal was lucky part of the design. This is all.
Yes. Knowing this does not really change our position, however.
Let's get back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
You know something about this tattoo? Show her the
That's
photo.
the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Let's do it
Better
later.
not tie the fourth day to the back's day on this. I hope there is something else.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Okay, tell me about this alleged drug
It's
trafficking.
quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials came from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Thank you, Poppy, for telling me. I send out, you know, the promotional and links, but I forgot to tag people. And hi. Good to see you.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
The lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Gives you annoying.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Why didn't you come to the Elysium earlier?
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience.
What proof do you have that Union is
How do you
involved?
think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the fourth month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being funded with sorts ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
We already have suspicion that one of the drivers was present in the
The
lynching.
two might even be connected.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Okay, let's discuss something
She simply
else.
nods.
You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality.
Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case.
I'm conducting a personal investigation to the world I find myself in.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
My theory is that this inquiry into the nature of reality will ultimately converge with our murder investigation. They are really one and the same.
Are they now?
A deep synthesis. I'll assist you however I can then. Go ahead. Ask.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
She refers to your corresponding ages.
What is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here
Oh,
once
jeez,
before,
she talks so much.
as a teenager.
I want to, like, exhaust
Not a lot
everything,
has changed.
but it does
There are
take a
ruins,
long
a
time.
terminal, fishing boats, reeds. Boys with boxy shoulders.
A brief spike of longing in her upright body. The dots under her eyelids shake.
This place used to be a province. A workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
You were here as a teenager.
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. The boys certainly did not.
Sea, what is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into
Are
the
we near
ocean.
the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the blue immensities. Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and
What's the
out
name of this island?
sight.
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her and to humanity at large.
Tell me about another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality.
I would be happy to.
What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
What's the big
The
time?
revolution.
Huh. And what is the revolution I keep hearing
It's
about?
quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Every 100 years or so. What about, well, you know, World War III is coming in soon. You know, almost 100 years since the last one. Would you say it was a bunch of apes duking it out?
Why, of course. We're talking Duke Out Central. Full swing intraspecies warfare.
And the apes were the evil.
No, I would say the apes were neutral.
Okay, neutral.
On the other hand,
She turns to the north, the bombed-out buildings lining the waterfront, then shivers slightly.
No. The tiny apes are doing all they can to be better. It's not their fault.
Okay. Who got shot in the head?
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
So that's why I'm the last communist. 40 million people died during the revolution. Shit.
She's not gloating. It's a relieved celebration.
It's a celebration. Oh, she's the evil one.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
She likes the totality of it.
The communists and the anarchists shot back.
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
So 40 million people died and the communists only killed 2 million people. Okay. That doesn't look good for the communists. Sounds like they should have shot more people in the head then.
This does not represent the official RCM opinion.
Don't worry. Klas Mazov shot 15 million people in the head. But that was all the way over in Grad.
What? Okay, so like, does it count? Like, communists shot 2 million, but Krasmazov shot 15? Does it like, is it the 2000 is in that 15? Or is it on top? Maybe it was even more even? I don't know. It's confusing. Anyone else gotten shot in the heads on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I didn't care about kings. Tell me one more thing.
About head shooting,
Who got the mineral rights?
the liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I
Liber.
mean everything.
Okay, and by the rebels, you mean?
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
Or did the rebels win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
We. She's one of them. Of course.
Everyone got shot who was there to surrender to.
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Right, you just said the liberal already took
The
everything.
liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
Who are the
The
coalition?
coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical, but ultimately understands the cause.
Moralist.
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
Just like One Piece, we have world government. It's time to fly the Jolly Roger.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
Oof. So, I was watching just a video on YouTube, recap of the year. In general, what happened during the 2025, and so many protests with Jolly Rogers from One Piece. It makes me smile. I love that it became a symbol of like revolution and protest about the from against the regime and abusive, governments.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
I don't think I'm a moralist, ma'am.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your line of work.
When was this kerfuffle?
Turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in 02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Welcome back, Kaito. I'm the last communist. I've been proclaimed as the last communist. Who started it?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat.
Oh fuck, pandemic
virulent
started
prion
the revolution. We're close
which
to
the
that.
authorities in Grad proved unable
We just
to
had a
contain.
pandemic.
Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government.
What did the Tsar do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
Wow, really?
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
Where did it spread from there?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in 08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
What came next?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie? A pair of pants?
Our lives are very different from each
No
other.
doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
What is the zone of
A
control?
city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
What happened in the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
What did you tell me that? Wait, you're saying it's been like this for 43 years.
Time flies.
What have we been doing all this time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell.
And after
The
that?
30s? Things settled down in the 30s.
And she will stop
Revachol
talking.
East transformed itself
So
into
much
the
lower.
world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
Then you happened. Your youth in the 30s. All that untaxed income must have fueled the new. That can only mean one thing.
That's when they discovered disco.
Yes, and quantitative easing. It was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. So, here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
From the looks of it, the 50s haven't been much better for the zone of control.
You
You
don't
can
seem
see
to
it
be
in her
trained.
eyes. Days slipping away.
I've no right to be dissatisfied. This shirt is Barbara Muscova, this raincoat is impervious to rain and is guaranteed for 100 years. My daughters will wear it. No, it's just...
She looks at the crumbling tenements, paint flecking from the
We
stone.
could have had so much more. Every one of us. If only we'd played it right.
What would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
I ask you, who are you in all this?
And I asked you, past less detective of the citizens' militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
I would have sought out medical solutions like Sarat drove people nuts.
So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion, a complex folding protein, unlife, with a technology 50
Ma'am,
years ago?
I will be honest, my brain is cooked. I don't know, I'm lost. With some hygiene, modern social care, and perhaps a little research
Good
program.
hygiene. Really. A very moderate solution to an extreme problem. It's those sort of half measures that doomed the authorities in Grad. When they failed to step up, Marzov and his party stepped in. In this particular case, maybe a more robust state response might have been appropriate.
Opinions expressed here do not reflect the official position of the RCM.
And what is your official position, Lieutenant?
My position, ma'am? My parents got ripped to shreds in the revolution. I would have gone the same way. I was saved by being 2 years old. That's my position. The abattoir.
Understandable.
That doesn't about the times.
They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
I want to know what you are.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
Dos miłos drała cross. A liber! That's... Yeah, that's option. But what's an ultra?
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution.
Oh my
it's,
Jesus.
Not the moderate kind.
It's an ultra liberal. Dios mío. A liberal.
Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. I can see you thought we'd gone extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You're a centrist at heart. A real moralist, no? Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
Centrist. I'm the last communist, mom.
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
I don't care.
A fitting punishment. To be forgotten, if not forgiven. Save a prayer for us in our chateaus on Ozon and in Stella Maris. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the coalition. Not here in Martinez. And
I
not
should
in the
have
Stella
titled this
Maris
stream
or
like
Delta
the
Beachheads
Yappathon
either.
of Joyce
If not for my
Messier.
own sake. Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isla down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
What a smart woman.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
You're no dummy yourself.
No, or intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
And the crown on your head as you lay in the casket.
A patriot.
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Seditious talk, man.
We have daughters.
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
What is... Think of something close to do... Oh my god, conceptual, what is reach for something fundamental? Let's try Esprit de Corps.
6 kilometers southwest in the Valley of Dogs. Junior officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass.
What does it mean?
To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
What am I?
You? You're an officer of the RCM.
The Revolution Citizen Militia.
Preciso Mundo.
Good, and what is the Revolution Citizen Militia?
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
He's being sarcastic.
Are we?
We are.
You said de facto.
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
What do you mean?
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
All 3 are good to know when we are out policing.
So basically a lucky... So I'm basically a traitor to foreign interests.
There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it. Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you.
Why?
The post-revolutionary decade was a
my
disaster
God,
for the
she's still
coalition
going.
government. Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare,
This is
a botched
exposition character
privatization
prime.
scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown. They called it the international zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you.
Oh god, she gave us a button. I mean, I keep clicking, but you know, I need to exhaust the options because that's the game, you know, you learn information, but all at once.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration. In reality, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement. Revacholians get to keep the peace in Revachol, and the coalition doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, sorry to intrude. Please continue.
Yes, Lieutenant. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol.
Back to the basic terms of reality.
And if those authorities drink so
I'm
hard
not
they
going
need
to
help recalling the
roll out
basic terms of
conceptualization
reality,
20
well,
now.
I'm here to help.
That's all
Glad
for
to have
now.
been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Yes, I'm rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible, within reason.
Yeah, so...
Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor, poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
What is this feeling? I've never felt it before.
Shame? You haven't really been in the presence of gentlefolk either, have you? What shame is there to be felt in front of these dock workers, cops, and hotel clerks, but to belittle yourself in these eyes of Odinil?
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of
Volition.
assistance, please
Say it,
don't
can I have
hesitate
some
to
money?
ask.
I can beg for money. That's it
course,
for now.
detective.
Let's just end it. End my suffering. Those in the water, green plants under the calm surface. Okay, we can level up. Like, we have like 5 things to level up. But I don't know what else to do. Empathy towards Kim. I don't know what to research. Where are the people that play this game? They were here previous stream telling me what to take. Where are they now? I need you. Come here. Wait a second. Okay. Mass event socioeconomics. Visual calculus -2. I mean, I have to learn about the... You know, the communism. That's important. Aside from that, what do I want to like make better? Let's level up Shivers once. Why not? We have one more skill point. But I improved Shivers because they it's like intuition or vibes that sometimes come in handy. I don't know what else to right now improve, so I will just improve something if I fail a check I really want. Can we talk later? Don't insult me like that. Yes, the buildings are so destroyed here. Okay, we have so many things to do, jeez. Before the end of the day. This game is truly the game is time management, you know? That's the challenge of this game. I will check those things later. Wait. A pair of bullet holes in the lines the wall, okay. Hills and squalls of seabirds, alright. You maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza? Yeah, maybe. Damage looks like it would have been caused by an earthquake. I think so too. Okay, let's go inside the building for now. Talk with the owner, because maybe that's who I had to talk with.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes?
Okay, I still don't know. Who are you? It's all about the
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
An hour.
Sweet Lord, a whole hour. And you haven't thought about rum and lemonade in all that time? You've truly extinguished all trace of yourself.
I've been secretly thinking about it all this time.
There he is, the old boy, the devil. You rascal, you. Let's celebrate right now by licking that stain off the counter. Do it. It'll be wild.
Those intrusive thoughts also sound like that to you guys? Just, you know, curious if that's how you experience it. Lick it, but only a little. Yes.
Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter, but only a little, then out of the window again.
What are you doing?
He asked before turning his eye from the street outside. Investigating.
We should move.
You could definitely go for some more. The titillating scent of alcohol in your nostrils was beautiful.
Tomokazu Sugita? Oh, isn't this... I think... yeah, Sugita. I'm pretty sure I know which voice that is. Okay, I need help with my perform autopsy because I don't remember what they said and it's not written down here. I remember they giving me a clue where to go with perform autopsy, but I now don't remember. I'm trying to figure out what to do now. I'm looking for a guy just to... Joseph Joestar younger and Gin-sama from Gintama. Ah, okay, no, so I got confused by the voices. I didn't know. But now I know. Okay. I think what I thought was... Wait a second. I thought... I thought Kenjiro Tsuda for some reason. I mixed them up. I'd love Kenjiro Tsuda to... I'm pretty sure now I'm not fucking out the name. Would, you know, be a voice in my head. Oh my god, why is no one told? I'm trying to figure out how to perform the fucking autopsy. And no one is telling me. Okay, I guess I can do the autopsy now? I don't know. The guides just kinda say like, as if I already could or can do it. But I remember something preventing me from doing it, so...
The rotting man lies on. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
I think that was an option to take the body to a different place. Maybe. What exactly is field
Come on,
autopsy?
officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is At 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Why don't you know? What use are you?
You must have me confused with the Copperpedia.
Who's the Copperpedia? I think I need to talk to him.
You, sir. You are the Copperpedia.
Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
I don't know, what do you mean?
I mean when I need you to. Until then, I should handle physical contact, and you should take notes.
We just fill this in, right? Show him the red field autopsy form in your
That's
ledger.
right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Open your... tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Which was it that you killed you then? Love or communism?
Huh?
You said love killed you, but then when you fell down you said it was communism.
You're misquoting me, Rooney. I said communism killed me. Love did me in.
You really need to learn the difference, buddy. This is embarrassing.
Enough!
Come back later,
Open your
Corporal.
ledger at the field autopsy.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
1. Assistant.
That's you.
Right, Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says
Coroner case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Should we file the coroner case under B? Technically, I arrive at the scene before you.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
I have no idea.
I do. KK57.
Write it down.
Next.
Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Right, roughly 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mundi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky, fucky!
Fucky, sir. I said sex.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right, fucky. Right, pig's gonna have sex. Right, man.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Type of the date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Right.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
A strange word. Treatment.
What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
He placed his hands on the dead man's chest as if in preparation.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-Delorian burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosenkrantz Row. Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette ball-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else.
I'm assuming Esprit de Corps is like, you know, the memories resurfacing or something, or just, I don't know, vibes. It's hard to tell.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
One external examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
It is about onto its side to check the underwear.
See,
level.
it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Write it down.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Write it down.
Tattoos.
It stands up, it planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it down.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Write it down.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Should I touch the corpse's hair before moving on? Why would I do that? Write it down. Short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Write down, but I meant for high velocity. No, I don't want to disappoint Kim. Write down.
Ligature mark.
Ligature mark. The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
Points to the rope squeezing the dead man's
we
neck.
need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Oh no. Oh no, Oh no, it's a red check. It cannot be retried. Look for a good spot to
The
cut.
belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Oh no, oh no. I can really a physical instrument. I can really quickly improve my chances a little bit. We have +2. What do we have to roll? We have to roll. It doesn't tell me what I have to roll. But like 10 probably if I have 28% chance. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to fuck it up. Okay, let's level up physical instrument. Fuck it. $42. Okay, that's better. That's better. Let's see.
After some deliberation,
Success!
you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Okay, I didn't need to spend my, my point after all on it, but who knew? Press down.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! It's gonna happen, see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Does it look like he was enjoying his moment of death?
Ah yes, your hunch before. We can have a semen analysis requested from processing, if that's what you meant.
Yes, processing. Science, that's what I meant.
Just write down that we request an analysis.
The corpse with his pants down does not have an opinion on the subject. All he has is genitals and a deathly odor.
Inspect the genitalia.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Write it down. Add semen.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin. Last item, hands.
He takes the man's right hand in his expected and moves on to the other hand. Cup the hand.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
Nothing, I got nothing.
Nothing does. This was pleasurable. I sincerely thank you for touching my hand. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Imagine hearing voices like that on a, like, you're on a funeral or something. And then you just start hearing this.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were you expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Working so close to the fumes coming from the corpse must be hard. You realize suddenly that the lieutenant has been barely keeping it together these past 2 items.
Write it down.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of the story.
What would that be?
He looks at you inquisitively.
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
All right, NA.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact.
Oh my gosh.
Unremarkable.
I'm kind of tuning out the kids, you know. I haven't been really commenting, but it's so disgusting. Jack that fucker off.
Respiratory system.
By a crunch, as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaw. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are
Oral
loose.
cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid, ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Look deeper inside, maybe you'll find a baby there.
It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking. Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Why is in Island Empire sounding like the corpse?
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
He looks at the corpse stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Right.
Same for
NA.
toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
We already have one test as per regulation. And we already requested semen.
Pigs requested semen like it's no big deal.
I'm not even interested in these boring mulkus anymore. I haven't sucked him off for anything.
Stop it. Yes, better to leave at that, more important.
Leave it NA, then. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with a hanging.
Right.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sight of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground. The pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Press it down, omit. Voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries, summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Write it down.
And your opinion, officer?
Opinion, fatal injury, non-fatal postmortem. Probably.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
The lieutenant's admission has caused great gratitude in Kuna. He is silent with it.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal postmortem.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Let me see. Is it a fatal injury? What is ligature? Let me switch to Polish for a second. Kręgosłup szyjny nienaruszony. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. That's important, I think. I would think that the cervical column would be fractured as well from the hanging. Because doesn't hanging usually break your neck? But maybe that wasn't like that hard of a drop off. I will just say that is opinion fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start.
Welcome, Agator. Welcome. How am I doing? A little anxious today, but overall fine. How are you doing?
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
First, how did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We requested a test to be run on the genitals. That was the règle. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
Okay, have a small headache. That's to hear. I'm sorry.
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
But no.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
He looks at the man one more time, then at the slip of the red pipe in his hand, then at the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something?
Ooh. Perception, search the body one more time. Probably. That's fine, guys. That's fine. What's my perception, though? That it's that bad. Ah, here. I have only +2, so that means that I probably need like... Blue 12 at least, or 14. Alright, I'll check out what they're gonna... My brain smash. Gonna luck with the rest of this investigation leader. Thank you! Bye bye, Kaito. Thank you for coming. I think I want to send... I want to increase my perception before we do anything. As much as possible before the end of the day. Let's talk with the lorry man.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
How's the
It's
jam?
a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's
upon
what I am.
Days. Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
So, how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Ask for his conclusion.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Tell me about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in
What's
or
the union
out.
demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like
I do
a
think the
strike
company
negotiator
wants.
type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on. They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of us who?
Us lorry drivers. Camioners. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing.
Not you.
Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Here to spend some change for a working Steve.
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
Like who?
The bosses, man.
I don't know who these bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had, say, 4 myself.
What are you hauling anyway?
High-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Hello, Catherine. Good to have you here. Wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
How was my day today? Not much, because I woke up late. I went to grocery shopping, you know. Did some other tasks, small. But nothing much happened. Now I'm streaming.
They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately.
Just feeling a bit anxious for no reason. So nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
That's your machine behind
This
you?
rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket.
That a fallen
Maybe the
i6 you
A6.
got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Could I get one of those fan tracks that you're
We're
hauling?
pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
What do you see in his eyes?
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold.
Familiar how?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon.
What's in the southwest?
Excuse me?
Well, I got longing. I felt something similar since I woke up.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home. Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
What's it like to meet someone?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, Cop Man? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
I miss someone, but I don't know who it is.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
I'm good one for now. Good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
I want to talk to those guys. I think they are also part of the lorries. I don't know. But let's go around here first. How was your day, by the way, Catherine? You ask me, now I have to ask you.
old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Profligacy? What the fuck that means? Okay.
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
The man certainly knew how to live.
Okay, shut up. A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Okay, what is nose candy?
Cocaine.
So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
This is a lot too close.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Okay, where is he buried?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinaise was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who is the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Oof.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was
right?
blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's such a bad idea.
People in Martinaise tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Okay, more lore. No one lives here anymore. Do I want to wear the tank top? Plus one physical instrument. Just in concept already. Okay, I will wear it if I need it. Nice, money.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair
Like her
is
fingers
grey
in front of
like
her
lead.
face. No, excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some
No
questions.
response, wherever this
Snap the
woman
fingers.
is.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
You say so. She's the drug trafficker. I know. Who are you?
Welcome to Rivachol.
Okay. No, I'm looking just for the lorry guys, so I don't want to waste time right now on that.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when
Okay. I cannot sleep there, alright.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to angry old René first.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Alright, I got this ball time.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Okay, grab the ball and show them how it's done. Did I fail? Yes. Nice.
This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast.
Why?
You threw your sister's breast.
What kind of comparison is that?
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
There are no two more harmful words an athlete can hear than good job. And this was downright embarrassing.
Hold on, why did it feel so wrong?
Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it. But there were gaps. It felt like you were going for a thrust or a lunge. There was definitely gonna be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco.
The throw was terrible and you know it, no need to mock
What
me.
are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
His son is full of admiration.
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
Well, I still feel defeated.
Probably because those rooster pants are squeezing you senseless. Whatever happened to practical, durable, Revachol made? Now, what can I do for you?
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Do you know anything about the mankind back in the art of willings and that?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
What about policewomen?
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
Oh no, he's a misogynist. There are no duties Elysium women couldn't carry out.
But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. Don't you, officer?
No, I don't think there's any evolutionary inequality at play here.
Really, officer? Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see who comes out on top. Gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this matter further.
You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Was it made by a sea monster rising from the depths?
No. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
You are the communards again. No. Did you use the artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no.
Oh,
It
fuck,
was the
he's an
foreigners
enemy.
who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs.
That sounds
didn't
awesome.
So, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
I'm going to get rid of the suicide, but I will cook the sex cult propaganda with mad anarchist women, okay? Let's add it to the lore doc.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Why should I kill Martinez?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other two are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood Ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on, the coalition.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
That explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the...
Fuck.
What do you think?
I'm just thinking that we're wasting time.
Thinking men have opinions on these things.
I mean,
Present
it's
one.
not, but I was trying to do something. That's how it should be. Soft social, paving the way for hard working class to take over. I think I won't expose myself as a hard communist right now, but foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
How does the Philippe III factor into this?
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Who was this Frissel?
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
You mentioned Gulame?
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
What exactly is suzerain?
Suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
I saw the statue of Philippe III near there and
yes! King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to be a leader should take care of his people before himself.
Messier is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
Monarchists.
The Carabineer doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
What was that about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revachol's finest years.
Of course.
He
Clarity
will
of
excuse
vision.
everything.
Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court medic administered a dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Higher realms. Of course. It all makes sense.
It all makes sense. We all should do cocaine, guys.
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
Seems like irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users shouldn't even operate heavy machinery, much less rule countries.
From what I've seen of the officers of the Elysium... But I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies.
Let's talk about something
Right.
else. Okay, let's try this. 8%, but why not? It's a white check.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, give me a second. The hangman. Okay. I only see two like lorry people who ask about lorries. That's problem. If I want to investigate it, right? Now I'm not sure if we'll get to the... what it's called? The racism stuff. Because we spend so much time on the... It is how idiomatic. Because we spend so much time on the lore dumps. Fuck the police. We need 5 more experience to get. Let's progress a little bit more then. Although, let's see my journal. Wait for damages. In karaoke. Okay, I know what I could do. We can check out the Kuno's shack.
The pile of Eternite looks stranger now that Kuno told you about his pad. Because, unless Kuno lied, you should... There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Okay.
So this is the shack Kuno mentioned. Let's take a look inside then.
Wait. I level up. Perception.
The man is decomposed. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Oh my god, it's still only established probable cause. Why does it give me a minus? It's still only 3%. Basically, I need two 6s to succeed. How hard is this? Legend 14, okay. Because we have -1, it means that our perception is +2 only now. So yeah, only 12 gets us there. Magnesium supplement. Rest of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Oh no.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
I've heard methamphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective?
No, I'm just a regular detective, thank you very much.
Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Get off the way, I'll get fucked up. Your big head, mummified. Okay, we'll explore this later. Are these guys open yet? There is more people here to talk with, potentially. Okay, not really. Maybe, oh no, maybe? Well, now let me just save the game. You know what? I think I'm going to end for now. Sorry we didn't get to racism. I will go change the title and thumbnail. Well, what kind of sentence is that? Sorry we didn't get to say racism. I just feel bad that I, lied in the title. Because there will be, I know, coming up is talk about racism and the ideology of that, so that would be interesting. But anyway, thank you everyone that came by today. We'll see each other probably tomorrow, maybe day after that, because I have a game tomorrow. Anyway, bye bye. Mwah. Bye, Simone.